Welcome back to Rick's Cards TTM Adventures and episode number 68. While you're there, please like, sub, and comment for my channel. It helps tremendously. And we're going to get right into this. We've got 18 returns today, so want to get right into it so we can get them all in. Our first one's coming out of Tampa, Florida. It's a 3 of 3, took 17 days, and it is from Daryl Knowles. Daryl Knowles signed this 1980 Topps for me. He also signed a blank autograph card. And he also signed a second one, which he put three-time World Series champs, 72, 73, and 74. He did that with the Oakland A's. So I thank you, Mr. Daryl Knowles. Back into it here is from Cleveland, Ohio. And it is a 2 of 2. Took just 9 days. It is from Andy Costco. Andy Costco signed 2 72 Topps for me. The set that I'm kind of pursuing there, the 72 Topps. Former Dodger, Andy Costco. I thank you, sir, for your autograph. Up next, coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's a 2 of 2. Took 16 days. It is from Mr. Rob Gilbreth. Mr. Gilbreth signed 2 78 Topps for me. Got a good looking signature, almost looks like a facsimile. He did that so well. In a thin black Sharpie. So thank you, Mr. Gilbreth, for your autograph. Up next is a very old one coming out of West Palm Beach. This was sent out during the free-for-all for 90s contest back in December. It is a 246-day return. Took 2 of 2. It's a 2 of 2, and it is from Randy Lurch. For you Mets fans, he signed 2 89 Topps for me. Thank you, Mr. Lurch. And while I'm on the subject, I got a fan mail today from the New York Mets. It is, you can see here, big old package. And what they sent me was 2 New York Mets face masks, which is very cool. And even cooler, they sent me 2 New York Mets t-shirts. This one's still sealed up, almost kind of see where it says Mets on there. And another replica jersey t-shirt. So if I got any Mets fans out there, let me know. Maybe I can hook you up with this. So that was pretty cool, the New York Mets. That's what they sent me. The 2 t-shirts and the 2 masks. So I thank you, New York Mets. All it took was an email, folks. All you got to do is ask. The worst they can say is no, right? So thank you, Mr. Terry Lurch, and from the New York Mets. Up next, coming out of Seattle, Washington, is a 4 of 4. Took just 8 days. And it is from Mr. Barry Bonnell. Mr. Bonnell signed the 79 and an 81 Topps. Very good looking signature. Got him there on the Blue Jays and Braves. And he also signed 2 78 Topps. So thank you, Mr. Barry Bonnell. The old school Atlanta Braves uniforms look pretty cool in blue ink. Up next, out of Trenton, New Jersey. It is a 2 of 2. Took 156 days. It is from golfer Bill Britton. Mr. Britton signed this 90 Pro set for me. And he also signed this golf ball card, blank card for me. So I thank you, Mr. Bill Britton. Golfer. I haven't had a golfer for a while. Up next, out of North Texas, Dallas, Texas. A 2 of 2. Took just 11 days. From Mr. Ron Brand. He signed 2 71 Topps for me. There on the Montreal Expos. You got to love those uniforms. Almost wish they would bring those back. At least the Expos, anyway. So thank you, Mr. Ron Brand, for your autograph. Up next, out of Phoenix, Arizona. 2 of 2. Took 17 days. Mr. John D'Acquisto. He signed this 80 Topps. Kind of hard to see there. A little dark background. And he also signed this senior 1990 senior card. Mr. John D'Acquisto. Thank you, sir, for your autograph. Up next, we got one right here out of Las Vegas, Nevada. That could only be a 4 of 4 from the Hitman. Took 13 days. It is from Mr. Mike Easler. Mr. Easler signed this 88 score. And he signed a 81 Donruss. And he signed 2 index cards where he inscribed Mike Easler, the Hitman. That was his nickname there with the Pirates. And he also signed Mike Easler 79 World Series and also 81 All-Star. Very cool. Thank you, Mr. Easler. He's always a good TTMer. Up next, out of suburban Illinois, it is a 2 of 2 out of, it took 18 days, and it is Mr. Jack Perconte. Mr. Perconte signed 2 1985 tops for me. Very good signature. Pops pretty good, even with the blue background. The old Mariners Trident logo there on the helmet. Thank you, Mr. Perconte. Up next, so we keep rolling along here out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's a 1 of 1. It's a hockey player. Took 52 days, and it's Mr. Steve Weeks. Goldie for the Vancouver Canucks. Mr. Weeks, like I said, took 52 days. And just like my golf, it took a while there. It's been a while for a hockey return. I've got a few out still. And next, out of Phoenix, Arizona. A 2 of 2, took 15 days. It is from Mr. Ken Rudolph. He signed 2 72 tops for me. Mr. Ken Rudolph. I thank you, sir, for your autograph and helping me get towards my goal of that 72 tops set. And we're going to go on to the next, which is from Kansas City. A 1 of 1, 34 days later. And it is from Mr. Adam LaRoche. Signed this Heritage 2014 Topps Heritage. Still one of my favorites. Here's 65 tops. Very cool. Thank you, Mr. LaRoche, for your autograph. And we're going to Tampa, Florida for this one. It's a 5 of 5. Took 10 days. It is Mr. Steve Foucault. Mr. Foucault, I should say. He signed these, he signed 2 78 tops for me in the thin blue Sharpie. Those aren't too bad. Those thin blue and black Sharpies come out pretty good. Kind of a pen, but not really a pen type of thing. So he signed 2 of those, and he also signed 1 75 tops the same way. I don't know about you, but it looks like a different person, to tell you the truth, if you compare the two. Almost doesn't look like that mustache that he, or Fu Manchu, really changed his look. And he also signed 2 index cards for me. We never request them, but when we get them, it's like gravy on the potatoes, you know, or icing on the cake, however you want to say it. Thank you, Mr. Foucault, for your autograph, sir. Coming up next, let's give it a boot. And out of St. Louis, Missouri, this is a 3 of 3, 12 days. And yeah, Mr. Boots Day signed 2 71 tops for me. Very bold autograph there. Signing Boots there. And as you see in his facsimile, it looks like he signed it Charlie. It must be his real name. It doesn't say on the back. Could be Charlie, Charles. But he signed him Boots Day for me. I thank you, sir. And he also signed the blank baseball autograph card. Very cool autograph. Thank you, Mr. Boots Day. That took 12 days. Coming up next, out of Santa Barbara, California. It is a 1 of 1, took 17 days, and it is Mr. Jim Colburn. Signed 72 tops for me. Gotta love those 72 tops. They come out very good. I knew this would be good with his white sleeve there. I was hoping that's where he would sign it, and he sure did. Thank you, Mr. Jim Colburn, for your autograph. Up next, we're down to the last 3. Out of Kansas City, Missouri. This is a 3 of 3. Took 10 days. It is from Mr. Ken Berry, former Angel. Signed 2 72s for me. You probably see the theme here. I'm sending in a lot of 72s. Pushing it. He signed the 2 72s. And let's see what else he did here. He signed a index card. And he signed, let's see, he didn't really sign it. He sent, let's see, looks like he's trying to sell a book. There's the information on that if you want to pause it and get the info. And this is his business card that he says give him a call and he'll hook you up with an autographed copy of his book. On the back of that there, thebandit16.com. Interesting. So I thank you, Mr. Ken Berry, for your autograph and the info on your book. Up next, we got a NASCAR return coming out of Greensboro, North Carolina. This is Fox commentator who does the NASCAR races. He did a 2 of 4. He didn't sign 2 of the photos I sent him. Took 59 days, and it's Mr. Mike Joy. Probably recognize him. And he signed this photo, and he signed the Fox microphone one. And I sent him 2 others, which I thought was him with the race cars. But anyway, I'll take the 2 every time. Thank you, Mr. Mike Joy. NASCAR return. And last but not least, this is coming out of St. Petersburg, Florida. It is my first, I think this is my first, it might be my second, NASCAR return. Or not NASCAR, NASA return. And it is from astronaut Nicole Stout. Ms. Stout signed to Rick. And let's see. Something passengers. I'm having a hard time reading it. Maybe you can and let me know what she said on that. Screen passengers? I don't know. And she signed that one. She signed this one. All the best. And this one from outer space picture. She signed and put art, I guess. Rick Art, E-Art. Miss Nicole Stout. And she signed one last one. Rick Nicole Stout. So I appreciate that. She's doing some artwork, I believe is why she put the art thing. But I thank you, astronaut Nicole Stout, for your autograph. And she also sent along for my grandsons. Oh, these are the stickers, the art she does here. You can make that out. It's kind of cool. These are stickers that she does, and sent those along for my grandsons. So, and here it is. Here's the foundation, the Space for Art Foundation. So I appreciate that, Miss Stout, and I thank you. And that will do it for this week for my TTM through the mail, where we send those autographs to our favorite celebs, and hopefully they return them and they give us a nice response like I just got. So until the next time, always hustle. You never know who's watching. Bye.